The baby who didn't cry. It was past midnight when the wind began to howl through the narrow valleys of the village. The rain had been falling steadily for hours, drumming on the thatched rooftops like ghostly fingers. Inside her modest wooden hut, old Madame Manh, the village's midwife, was just settling into bed when a loud, urgent knock shattered the silence. She lit her oil lamp and shuffled to the door. Standing in the rain was a man she had never seen before, tall, pale, and strangely expressionless. His voice was low but desperate. "Please, my wife is in labor. We live near the edge of the forest. She needs help." Madame Manh hesitated. That part of the forest was considered cursed. No one lived there. Or rather, no one had in decades. But the man's eyes held a strange intensity, and before she could argue, she found herself following him, clutching her worn leather satchel of herbs and tools. They walked in silence. The forest was pitch black, broken only by flashes of lightning. When they arrived, the house looked like it had been forgotten by time, wooden walls warped by humidity, moss crawling up its sides. Yet the fire inside flickered dimly. Inside, a young woman lay on a straw bed, drenched in sweat, her belly swollen. Her eyes, though wide open, were eerily still. She said nothing. Didn't moan. Didn't scream. Just stared at Madame Manh. Madame Manh began the delivery. Something about the whole process was off, too quiet, too smooth. At exactly 3:03 a.m., the baby was born. But it didn't cry. That was the first true terror Madame Manh felt. Every baby she had delivered in her 30 years had cried. It was a sign of life, a sign of spirit. But this one only stared. Its skin was pale and cold, its black eyes unblinking. When she held it up to wrap it, the oil lamp flickered violently, then died. The room was thrown into darkness. And then came the laughter. Not from the baby, but from somewhere above, around and inside the room. A high-pitched, gurgling giggle, then another. Dozens of them. Children's voices echoing through the house. Lightning flashed again, and the mother was gone. So was the man. Only the baby remained in her arms. Chapter 2, The Curse Begins. Terrified, Madame Manh ran back to the village, cradling the child. No one believed her story. But that very night, strange things began happening. Dogs howled endlessly, chickens screamed and pecked at the air, and a thick, sour fog rolled into the village and refused to lift. Women in their last months of pregnancy reported nightmares of children with hollow eyes. One miscarried. Another vanished without a trace. Madame Manh, overcome with dread, tried to take the baby back to the house, but when she reached the forest's edge, there was nothing there. The house had vanished. In its place was only a burnt clearing and a single dead tree with long claw marks down its bark. She looked down. The bundle in her arms had changed. The baby was gone.